Eala has just pulled off the biggest win of her career, and now an even bigger challenge awaits. When Alex stepped onto the grass courts of Berlin, very few people believed she could defeat world number 2 Elena Rybakina. After all, Rybakina is a Grand Slam champion, one of the most dangerous servers in women's tennis, and one of the favorites for this year's grass court season. But Alex had other plans. As a wildcard entrant, she stared down one of the most feared players on tour and produced a stunning straight-sets victory, 7-5, 6-4, no lucky breaks, no dramatic third-set comeback, just fearless tennis from start to finish. And she did it on Rybakina's birthday. For tennis fans in the Philippines who stayed awake deep into the night to watch the match, it felt like witnessing history in real time. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. Early in the match, things looked grim for Alex. Rybakina raced ahead, firing huge serves and controlling rallies. At 4-1, many expected the match to become a routine victory for the former Wimbledon champion. Then everything changed. Rybakina's forehand began to collapse under pressure. Errors started appearing from everywhere. By the end of the match, she had accumulated an astonishing 41 unforced errors. And Alex recognized the opportunity immediately. Instead of becoming nervous, she grew stronger. She stepped inside the baseline, attacked second serves, and displayed a level of confidence rarely seen from players her age. Most impressively, her serve looked transformed. Commentators repeatedly noted serves reaching speeds close to 160 kilometers per hour, far quicker than what fans were seeing from her only months ago. That extra power changed everything. Suddenly, Alex wasn't merely surviving service games, she was controlling them. Still, it's important to understand the full picture. Rybakina entered Berlin struggling with consistency. Her form since Stuttgart had been shaky, and her forehand looked vulnerable throughout the tournament. But great players don't apologize for opportunities. They take advantage of them. And that's exactly what Eala did. Now comes the real test. Because waiting on the other side of the net is Elena Svitolina. And unlike Rybakina, Svitolina isn't arriving with questions surrounding her form. She's arriving as one of the hottest players in tennis. The Ukrainian veteran has been extraordinary throughout 2026. She won Auckland without dropping a set, reached major quarterfinals, and then produced one of the most impressive runs of the season in Rome. There she defeated some of the biggest names in tennis, including Rybakina, Iga Swiatek, and Coco Gauff, to capture a prestigious WTA 1000 title. That wasn't a lucky week. It was a statement. Entering Berlin, Svitolina had already collected more than 30 victories this season and looked stronger than ever. Even in Germany, she has barely broken a sweat. Her opponents haven't been able to find answers. And that's what makes this matchup so fascinating. Because Svitolina presents the exact opposite challenge from Rybakina. Against Rybakina, Alex benefited from an opponent making mistakes. Against Svitolina, mistakes rarely come. The Ukrainian's entire career has been built on consistency, discipline, and relentless pressure. She doesn't give points away. She forces opponents to earn every single one. That means Alex cannot simply wait for errors. She must create opportunities herself. The good news. Grass courts may give her a chance. Alex hits remarkably flat ground strokes, and on grass those shots become especially dangerous. The ball stays low, skids through the court, and rushes opponents. If she can consistently strike through her forehand and backhand, she can disrupt Svitolina's rhythm and force the veteran out of her comfort zone. Another weapon could be Alex's court awareness. One of the most underrated parts of her game is her ability to read patterns before they fully develop. Time and time again, against elite opponents, she has shown an advanced understanding of positioning and point construction. She often seems to know where the ball is going before it gets there. Against a tactician like Svitolina, that tennis IQ could prove invaluable. And then there's the net game. Alex's doubles experience has given her excellent touch and instincts around the net. On grass, moving forward isn't risky, it's smart. If she can finish points confidently with volleys and force Svitolina to hit difficult passing shots under pressure, she could create real problems for the Ukrainian. But make no mistake, Svitolina remains the favorite. She's a former Wimbledon semifinalist, a multiple-time champion, and one of the most experienced competitors on the WTA Tour. She knows how to handle pressure. She knows how to win big matches. And perhaps most importantly, she's playing some of the best tennis of her career. For Alex Eala, this quarterfinal represents another step into unknown territory. The biggest win of her career is now behind her. The question is simple. Can she do it again? Can she ride the momentum, trust her game, and shock the tennis world one more time? Or will Aryna Svitolina's experience, consistency, and relentless defense finally bring the dream run to an end? One thing is certain. When these two step onto the grass in Berlin, millions of tennis fans will be watching. Because Alex Eala is no longer just a rising star. She's becoming one of the most exciting stories in world tennis. And the next chapter could be the biggest one yet.